Hello, everyone. I made a post on the community page yesterday asking what cases you all would like to see for a mediumship reading. And a few of you said Noah Presgrove. And for some reason, the name was like really sticking out to me. So I went back to my previous reading, which I will link in the description. Um, and I was getting kind of like a summary of what I got in that reading. And when I typed it in, I was unaware that his family in June of this year filed a civil wrongful death lawsuit against 7 individuals, including his friends, party host, and property owners. I did not know that. So I'm like, okay, maybe that's why that was sticking out to me as much as it was. So again, I'm going to link that previous reading in the description. But I'm going to also give you a summary of what I got in it. Okay, so again, it's still up. You can go check it if you'd like. But essentially, in that reading, I got that the ATV incident appears to have been an accident, not intentional. However, at the party afterward, Noah got into an argument with someone who was not his girlfriend, someone who felt threatened by something Noah knew or witnessed. It appears this person tried to discredit or silence Noah out of fear that he would expose a secret, possibly involving digital proof of something. This energy suggests Noah didn't realize how serious the situation was and that he expected friends to stand up for him, but they did not. Things escalated, and Noah was overpowered, likely by someone that he trusted, and taken off the property after the incident. He may have still been alive when he was placed where he was found. The final card emphasized that his death was avoidable. This wasn't fate, but a cause of betrayal, fear, and unchecked ego. So then we jump ahead to June. Okay, so that what I just read you was what I got from the last reading, which again is linked in the description. That reading was from June 25th, 2024. Interesting. So, exactly a year before this civil lawsuit was filed. Okay. So, in June 2025, Noah's family filed that lawsuit that I talked about. The lawsuit alleges that Noah was beaten to death during an underage drinking party and accuses multiple defendants of conspiring to supply alcohol and cover up what happened. It claims the defendants intentionally or recklessly harmed Noah and hosted the party where alcohol was provided to minors. One defendant was even at a convenience store. His blood alcohol content at the time of his death was 0.14, nearly double the legal limit. Defendants deny wrongdoing, and so far, no criminal charges have been filed. This is a civil action only. Okay. Back in late 2024, Noah's family offered a $16,000 reward for info leading to a conviction. All right. Now, um, let me 1 second. 1 second. 1 second. Okay. So we're going to start with tarot and kind of go into this a little bit. We may get into the whispers deck as well. As always, this is an energy reading. It's all alleged, my opinion, not fact. Noah, what is your energy coming into this reading? I'm like having trouble. I'm going to pull 2 cards for this because I'm having trouble pinning it down. I can't tell if it is like defeat or like defeat as in you feel defeated or defeat as in they're about to be defeated by this lawsuit. There's a glimmer of hope. Is it fair to say that the energy is I currently feel defeated independence. I currently me, not all them, not the group, me. I currently feel defeated, but at least now there's a glimmer of hope. Confirm? Judgment. Okay. Okay. glimmer of hope as it pertains to possible glimmer of hope as it pertains to the suit filed. Okay. If I'm like yelling in this reading, I apologize. My left ear is like really clogged, so I can't really tell my volume amount. So I apologize if I'm yelling. Okay, anyway, let's get into this. I keep being before I start with the questions I keep being drawn to look at the top of the tree line out my windows, and it's making me think perspective. What's the shift of perspective, Noah, that you want to bring up before we start? A false start of a lack of celebration. A false start of a lack of celebration. A false start. There's a glimmer of hope, but you're not very hopeful about the glimmer of hope. Is that fair to say? Justice. Okay. Yeah, as it pertains to the lawsuit. Okay. Um okay, so referring to my previous reading, did I pick up the truth in that reading? What parts did I get right, or is there anything that was missed that is significant to what's happening right now? Oops. Hmm. I mean, Empress and Emperor would be you passing me the information that is now being revealed. So, yes, you gave me the truth in that reading, the about your frenemies. Okay. Frenemies wanting to bring him down. So, yes, I passed you the truth in that reading about my frenemies taking negative impulsive action against me. Fair to say? Queen of Pentacles in reverse. That's what was passed. Queen of Pentacles in reverse. But one thing was missing from that reading. What is it? Fearing confidence. Fearing confidence. Why are they a lot more confident that they're going to get away with this still, even now with this lawsuit on the table? Why are they so confident that nothing's going to come of this? Someone who should be able to be trusted that cannot be is providing a wish fulfillment. They have someone who's getting rid of things or covering things or something. Uh, is it blackmail or is it connection? Like, um, is somebody being blackmailed to make this go away? Or is somebody connected to someone who's involved and that's why they're making it go away? Please provide a very obvious response to that. Oh my gosh. Okay. Somebody's connected, like a parent child. So mm, my heart feels like it's like running. Um my heart feels like it's running. Are we referencing who you ran from? Give me a very clear I think I'm gonna cry. Give me a very clear confirmation if you're trying to convey the person that you ran from or were trying to get away from because they were causing harm to you. That person's parent is either themselves or through a connection that they have making certain things go away here. Knight of Swords in reverse, a message not being revealed, hidden intelligence, false information, deleted data. Which direction is that going most prevalently? Putting down the burden. They're getting rid of stuff. Okay. So somebody that's connected in a parental way to a child involved that you had to tried to get away from and could not, that person has the means or connection to make, I want to say data, make data go away, make digital evidence go away. Is that fair to say? Very, very clear confirmation if that's the case. Causing an imbalance between what and what makes the information go away. Giving and receiving and truth, data. Giving and receiving truth and data. Causing a disconnection between giving and receiving truth and data. So somebody that's in a position to wipe data or get rid of some kind of digital information has done so, and that's why it's so hard to get a clear direction in this case. Is that fair to say? That's where the wall is. Huh. Do you have more to say or next question? You have more to say. You want to shine light on what? Something that's still unknown, something that's still private. You want to shine light on something that's still private in regard to what we just said. Whispers deck? Yes. That's what I said. Because I heard the word whisper. Anyway. Shield down. 1 second. Gavin just came out. 1 second. Okay. Oh, 1 second. Let me shut my door. Okay. Um, what do we need to know about how or through what means or how things are being hidden? Follow the money, family. Yeah, I mean, you just saw me shuffle that. Sad, emotional. Follow the money, family, seeing something that makes you be like, how could this be happening? Okay, I'm just going to tell you the way that I'm getting it. Quote, it's very simple. Someone's parent has connections, and that parent doesn't want their child to go to jail for beating Noah to death. Accomplice partner in reverse. I mean, one, this person obviously wasn't a friend, but that's obvious. But would it be fair to say that it's really one individual who, at the end of the day, did this, like, through and through? Were there others involved? Yes. Did they hold the responsibility? Not in the way that this one person does, and this one person is the one whose parent has some kind of connection. Secret revealed, top secret in reverse. The parent has a top secret connection, or you just revealed the secret. Pieces coming together. No, the parent has a top secret connection. Taking things out of the trash. Oh, didn't think we'd find that. If that parent's connection was revealed, could it cause justice to potentially come in this case more easily, making a mess of making a mess of them getting away with it. I mean, more easily, that's hard to define, but it would definitely raise some questions that would then need to be answered. Is that fair to say? Yes. Okay. Um, let me separate these real quick. Okay, now I feel like I need to go back to the questions. Is that fair to say? Yes. Okay. I'm laughing because I saw that as a letter, like in my head, like a letter floating to the right, and I have the questions on the right of the screen. Anyway, whew. Were you trying to leave the party that night because you sensed danger? So, was the order I sense danger, I try to leave, or was it by the time I sense danger, it's too late to leave? Freedom. Yeah, freedom. Freedom from Four of Swords. Freedom so I could put things to bed. So would it be fair to say it's not that you sensed danger, but that you sensed drama and you were just not in the mood? Yeah. Like, oh God, I don't feel like dealing with this. They were like giving him a headache. Like, oh, like would it be fair to say that they were killing the buzz? So it was like you're killing the buzz. What's the point in being here? You're giving me a headache. Is that fair to say? Yeah. Angel. Noah. Um like the epitome of I'm trying to take the high road. I'm not trying to sit here and be like I don't know, I'm not trying to sit here and be I'm trying to find the word like aggressively ignorant. Like it's almost like they were prodding at him being aggressively ignorant about something. Hanged man. It's like when you try and make someone the center of attention or the center of focus, and then you act like that's not what you're doing. It's almost like everybody was doing that to him that night. Like, let's bring up stuff that puts you at the center of attention in like an uncomfortable way, and then act like we don't know what we're doing. And it feels like more than not danger, but that was getting on his nerves. And it feels like Eight of Swords in reversed. He was trying to leave, but not because of danger, but because of like wow, why are we being like this? Like, what's going on? But these people are drunk. I can't really talk to them now rationally. I'm drunk. I can't really talk rationally to them in the way I would need to anyway. But it's almost like I can sense something in that way. Is that fair to say? Yeah. Like a seed was planted, like, something's up. Don't quite know what. Got to wait for it to sprout. But Nine of Swords, Eight of Swords in reverse. I'm going to get away from this headache. Okay, was someone trying to silence you because of something you knew or saw? That is something that came out in the previous reading. Private defense. Private defense. Someone wanted to defend something that Noah saw that was meant to be private. That's what they were afraid of. What were they afraid of about you having this information? Not knowing what you would do with it. What did they think you would do with it? They didn't think you would tell. But what? Two cards. They didn't think you would tell, but releasing lack of completing a cycle. They didn't think you would tell. They didn't think you would tell, but they needed to release a cycle that needed to be completed. They didn't think you would tell, but they needed to make sure you wouldn't by scaring you, but then it went too far. Is that fair to say? Yeah, 8 of Cups in reverse wouldn't let me walk away. Why? What made it go from rough you up to it went too far? What made it go from rough you up to it went too far? I mean, High Priestess in reverse, the feminine side of the higher intelligence, so emotions, but in reverse, um, darker emotions. So an emotional trigger coming to the surface. Page of Wands in reverse, a blocked exploration. Um, you tried to get away and you almost got away. And when you almost got away, someone's ego got wounded, and that's when they took it too far. Chariot in reverse. They wouldn't let him get away. Look, him not getting away, not moving, not moving, not moving. That feels significant. Is there a significant quote there? King of Pentacles in reverse. Devaluing. That was the quote. Now, the quote I was getting was, now you're not going to get away, are you? Oh my gosh. I think I just heard that in the person's voice. Is that the last thing you heard? Oh. Yes. Now you're not going to get away, are you? Six of Swords. Now you're not going to get away, are you? Were you still trying to get away at that point, and they just it was because you were still fighting up until the very end to try and get away? There was one final blow that took it too far. Clarity. Okay, I need to change the question. Okay. Did you expect certain friends to step in and they didn't? Honestly, no. Confirm. Yeah, a missed opportunity, a lot, taking back an offer. Honestly, no. Also, Pentacles, Pentacles. So, did you expect someone to step in and they didn't? No, but no, but um, no, but I didn't really think they were going to take it as far as they did after it started. When it started, did I think anyone was going to step in? No, because they're cowards. However, I didn't think it was going to be taken nearly as far as it did. That's where the issue came in. Is that fair to say? Yes, betrayal. Oh my gosh. Mm. I'm like afraid to ask the other part of this question. It's not even the most impactful part. I just feel like it's gonna make me cry. How did it feel when they didn't step in after you realized it was going farther than you expected? How did it feel? Mm. Numb? like shock, like Eight of Pentacles in reverse is a lack of commitment. So it's like, how can you see that it's going this far and still not step in? I really do feel like there's one main aggressor here. I really do. Um, I feel like others were involved, but I feel like there's a point in this where others are not near Noah after Noah has already tried to get it because he fought till the end. That's why it was so brutal. Um, I really feel like other people back away from this at some point because it had obviously gone to a point where even those who were in it at first were like, oh, hmm, there's been a line crossed. So it's like everyone backs up. Noah tries one more time to get away, and the main aggressor, it like it's like something like a final blow, like something's taken too far. But I really feel like that comes from one person. I don't think that he was like okay before that, but I feel like that the there's a moment where other people aren't around Noah and the one person is, and that's where this goes. Um, I mean, there was like already lines crossed, but this is like the line you can't go back from, obviously. But like, I don't- death in reverse, Three of Wands, waiting for your ships to sail in before death. Or no, because I put it there. No, were you confirming what I said? There's three other people kind of involved, but at the last moment they stepped away prior to your death, and the one main individual, aka four total people, three pretty guilty, one guilty of the final blow. Was this you confirming that? Queen of Cups in reverse, because I said that's what make me emotional. Also, the counterbalance to the King of Cups in reverse. That the emotional numbness. Did you expect certain friends to step in and they didn't? How did that feel? So we started this with the King of Cups in reverse, ending it with this Queen of Cups in reverse. Is the way that you're confirming what I just asked? You're saying, how did it feel? King of Cups was when it started. King of Cups was like when everyone was still around you, you were still. King of Cups is like the action emotion. So like I'm still being like, okay, like at any moment, this is going to stop. And then Queen of Cups, void of empathy, when everyone backs away from you and it's just that final person and everyone is still not stepping in. It's almost like his heart broke at the same time as that final blow. It's like the realization of like, everyone's really just letting this happen. Queen of Swords in reverse. Sorry, I was trying to unpack what I was seeing. Is Queen of Swords reverse the data that I referenced earlier, the missing data, healing and recovery? Did this all start to get something out of your phone or to see what you had in your phone? Six of Cups in reverse, immaturity in handling what? A download or an upload, data. This all started because they wanted to see something in his phone. They thought he knew something or had something or recorded something or something. It all started for that. It all started over something as stupid as that. 10 of Pentacles in reverse. This long standing, to some extent, bond falling apart over something so stupid. Would it be fair to say that the way you're answering this has to do with you knew that all of the friends were going to to some extent cause harm to you because whatever they thought you knew or had in your phone would have been bad for all of them, so they all had to be involved to some extent, but when they backed away and the one of them didn't, that's when it was like, okay, this is I'm realizing now I, I'm not gonna be able to get away from this. The Lovers in reverse. Lovers in reverse is not having a choice. What did they think you knew? Accomplice partner in reverse. Work in reverse. Top secret in reverse. Dismemberment in reverse. Pieces coming together of some kind of secret. Work in reverse. Dirty money. Accomplice partner in reverse. What did they think you knew? Work in reverse is like not real work, not a job. Would it be fair to say that someone did a favor for someone else and they thought you knew about it? Making a mess. Okay. What kind of favor? Yes. Vacation, beach, abroad. Moving something. Someone thought you knew about a favor they did for another individual that helped them get away from something or get out of something. Mask off. Okay. How do they think that you came to know this information? Real info, ego, broken ego. Am I going in the right direction or am I missing something? Not seeing something that's still in the dark. What's that? Down the rabbit hole. Okay. Not seeing something that's still in the dark down the rabbit hole. Two cards. What's down the rabbit hole that would make this make more sense? Release of perversion. Would it be fair to say that you walked in on some individuals doing something that they did not want you to know about? It's not doing a favor. It's like people that weren't supposed to be in some kind of intimate position were and Noah saw it. Is that fair to say? Aliens. Someone who's not supposed to be here. What does that mean? Premeditated in reverse. So didn't think this one through. Flight air travel in reverse. Didn't think this one through. Now there's no way out. Give me like a major clue here. Trapped. Okay, so someone did something inappropriate that was wrong legally or morally or both. And they needed to make sure Noah didn't say anything about it. Is that fair to say? Warning. That's what it was. That they needed to give him a warning. Okay. Okay. This one kind of wants to come off. Snake backstabber. Okay. Okay. How we doing so far? There's an important piece about to be uncovered. Okay. Important piece still to be uncovered. That's still behind some kind of wall of info. Okay. Were you still alive when they moved you to the roadside? Silent fear. Silent fear. Silent fear. Getting the word paralyzed, but I don't know if that's literal. I can't remember if I read anything about if they would have known if he would have been paralyzed or not. But I'm almost getting like I'm getting the feeling of like paralyzation. Like I'm alive and I'm somehow still trying to get away because that pisses somebody off. Like I'm getting this is I'm getting the visual of someone who's like army crawling, but like not fast, but they're giving it all they can just because they're trying to get away, even though they know that they can't, but like they have to try. Like that's it. That's the visual that I keep being given. Um, so were you still alive when they moved you to the roadside? I mean, kinda, yeah. But like, paralyzed. Like I was like a punching bag or like a kicking bag or something by that point. The world in reverse, yeah, it wasn't over yet. I was still hanging on to some extent, but I couldn't get away. Oh my gosh. I don't understand how people can do this. Um, okay, so now we're going to get into the lawsuit. Do you recognize the people named in the lawsuit and do they hold responsibility in your eyes? High Priestess in reverse is secrecy. And the Empress in reverse. Nurturing secrecy. Am I right with the quote nurturing secrecy? No. I'm going to clarify it for both of these. Secret fear. Do you recognize the people in the lawsuit? Do they hold responsibility in your eyes? Would it be fair to say that the way that you're answering this question is there's a lot of secrets because of someone that either is a mom connected to someone within the court or is a dad connected to a female in the court? It's like someone has a close connection here. Um, do you recognize the people in the lawsuit? Yes, but their responsibilities are scrambled. Like like they're all on an even playing field when they definitely should not be. Is that fair to say? Yeah, resolution. Um, and see how like all the cups, these are upright, these are knocked over, but it's in reverse. It's like if they're mismatched here, if it's in reverse, they're all the same. So the intensity of people's roles is not highlighted, although the people are recognized. Is that fair to say? Nine of Swords, worry, anxiety. And that makes Noah worried about having enough. Almost like ideally there should be a separate lawsuit for one person and then one for everyone else. Because he feels like that would put pressure on other people to talk because they'd be like, okay, I can get out of this type of thing. Is that fair to say? Yeah, the sun in reverse. Turning the light off on something. And the sun is yes, both ways. So it's like, yes, that temporary discomfort would push people to talk. Would that be fair to say? Yeah, hanged man, surrender, sacrifice. Take him, not me. Okay. Is there anything the world still doesn't know that you want to reveal? Yes, the devil. Okay. Is there anything the world still doesn't know that you want to reveal? The devil, two of cups in reverse. Um what they disconnected from that is allowing them to get away with this still is blank blank. Tools of access. What allowed them to get away with this far is their ability to disconnect from tools of access. Tools of I'm able to get into something I should be locked out from. It's almost like the people involved, even if they were to have some kind of crisis of conscience and want to come forward, they're all under the impression of what is the point because the person on the other side is just going to get rid of all the info and then I'm scared they're going to come after me. Is that fair to say? Planting the seed privately. Was there threats made in this case where someone went to other people and said, "Hey, this person that I know is taking care of this for me. If you talk, you're going to go down for something else?" And you'll never see it coming. We'll cut you loose. We won't even help you. You better stay in a state of indecision because if you don't, we're going to cut you loose. That person that's helping us get out of this isn't gonna help you get out of what they'll set you up for in some way. I'm telling you, show me blackmail or coercion of some sort. Someone who's respected and a father figure. So it's a father that's connected to some female in the court. This was the card that came out for the 3 people around the body and the one responsible. Would it be fair to say that the main aggressor's father has a connection in the court and no one else will come forward because that person has verbally stated to them that there's no point in them ever doing that because that person can also use their pool in ways that would not benefit those people to come forward, if you know what I mean? Data on children, blackmail. If you come forward about that, we have this on you. Wheel of Fortune in reverse, and then things will take a bad turn. You don't want to do that. Are there witnesses still silent who could come forward now? There's witnesses still silent that are not going to come forward now. Eight of Wands in reverse. I'm not talking. Four of Pentacles. I'm holding this close to the chest. I'm hiding it under my feet. I'm keeping it in my brain. Is it fair to say that this is because of what we just talked about with someone saying, you better not? Death in reverse, lack of change. Don't change your mind. Don't come forward because if you do, Wheel of Fortune in reverse, bad news for you. Is there someone carrying guilt about what happened that night? Someone who is, let me take this in two parts. Is there anyone who right now feels guilty or remorseful? It's kind of giving, I need to just shut off and be void of my emotions about this because what's the other um option to just feel sadness about something that I can't do anything about because if I do anything about it, it's going to destroy my whole life. It's kind of giving that independent offer. So each person independently is out for themselves. I can't feel sad about this because if I feel sad about this, I'm going to want to do something about this. If I feel remorse about this, it's going to eat me alive. I just need to shut off my feelings so I can be okay because I can't say anything. It's been too long. We've stood 10 toes down on our story to this point, so I can't flip now. Do you want justice or something else entirely? I feel like this is going to go in the direction of something with family, but let's see. Yes. Noah, the angel, the temperance card. Four of Wands in reverse, the environment of the home turned upside down. What does he want? He wants his family to have closure. It's almost like even without justice, there's a way for his family to kind of have the answers they need for closure. But justice would obviously be ideal, but it's like working against it showed me like a paper shredder. So like every time you type up a paper, you're like, okay, cool, and you hand it in and someone puts it right in the typewriter or right in the paper shredder. Like you spend 20 minutes typing up this whole thing on a typewriter, you hand it to the next person and they put it in a paper shredder. That's what he's showing me. So it's like it's difficult. Um, he just wants his family to be okay. Like, can that come by justice? Sure. Is it likely going to? It's gonna be hard, and I mean, this is just only a civil case, it's not even like a criminal case, so I don't know, I feel like the message is I just want my family to be okay in whatever way that can be. Lack of a wish fulfillment, 10 of Pentacles in reverse. He doesn't think that they're ever gonna get the extent of what they deserve in terms of answers so that they can really like, all of the answers that they deserve aren't gonna be revealed to them, but what does he want? He wants some kind of closure for them. Yeah, that's his glimmering bit of hope that they could get some kind of closure. Um, okay. I think that's all for now. I'm gonna kind of keep track of what's happening with this as best I can, and maybe I'll come back in for another one. Um, Let me know if you have questions that I didn't look into, or if anyone can like pinpoint where this connection that I'm looking at may be coming from. Maybe I'll look into that person's energy. Um, yeah, and I'm gonna try and look into this lawsuit a little bit more. I didn't look into it because I didn't want to go into this with any kind of bias. Um, So I'm looking at the timestamps from my previous reading, and at 17 minutes and 6 seconds, I described Noah as being on the chopping block, surrounded by rats, with one person targeting his head. I say he realizes he's in danger and tries to leave, but is blocked from reaching safety. The cards show darkness, betrayal, and a wheel of fortune in reverse. We just had that. Where did it go? Right there. What's above it? Four of Pentacles, Queen of Swords. And then at 24 minutes, home safety in reverse. And I say Noah was overpowered away from the house and then brought to his final resting place because someone needed him off the property. The Empress card looked like a tomb or grave. And you say he was likely still alive when moved. So that lines up. And then at 38 minutes, I say I'm unable to get away into safety or calmer waters. Nobody's helping me. Things get taken too far, and I'm taken somewhere else and left there. I mean, that kind of lines up with the same message from today. So yeah, I'm going to look into this a little bit more. Please remember that this is all alleged, my opinion, not facts. Thank you for watching. I will talk to you soon.